everyone, welcome back to Toku News Network. As always, I am Kyle here with
Alex
and
Nick.
Also in the background,
yeah, it's Jody.
it's Jody, our unofficial mascot at this point, honestly. And Amadeus. Yeah. He's not being a shitlord this week. We'll see if he is later. So, some great stuff this week. We got some good episodes. We got some good spoilery stuff for Jew-Ogre. Not Jew-Ogre, like we've been saying, like assholes. Jew-Ogre.
For like probably more than a month now, I think.
Yeah. Jew. Anyways, let's get into it. So,
Shinobi 39?
Shinobi 39, Ninninger.
His son, Mangetsu, appears.
Mangetsu is a bitch.
Yeah.
He's made of hands, so that's terrifying.
He's got a hand coming out of his head. He's like,
He's like a ponytail. It's terrifying.
He
Like,
has multiple hands.
like half of his face, a shoulder, an arm, and a whole like bottom half of the leg or arms, just like hands all over each other. It's terrifying.
It is very terrifying.
It is nightmare-inducing.
And Kasumi is also equally as terrifying this episode.
Yeah.
For all the right reasons, though.
For all the right reasons, but she's terrifying nonetheless.
Yeah. True, terrifying.
She is a formidable opponent,
so we
and I would hope to never meet her on the field of battle unless we were on the same side.
Yeah.
Same. We finally got to see what the hell he looked like after she gave birth to him last week, which was terrifying because it took 444 years to give birth to him. I'm just
to gestate.
Yeah.
True. I mean, still, either way, like
And
that is one hell of a
death
of a birth period. Like
he pretended to be an idiot so that he could get to them, and was actually pretty fucking smart.
Yeah.
I don't understand.
Honestly, that was a pretty good move on his part. Like, especially not I'm the dumbest person on the planet. And then once they lower their guard, I'm gonna shank them all to death.
Yep.
Which came pretty close to because he knocked the shit out of poor Fuka.
Yeah.
It shook Kasumi to the core.
Yeah.
And she had super doubt. And then everyone else was like, dude, we all fuck up all the time, especially Takaharu. And Takaharu was like, I do!
To which he agreed. That was the best part. Yeah. Like, he knows his shit. At least he owns up to it.
Yeah.
And then everything. Oh, look, I am in the charge of the entire mech, and I'm going to use all of the transformations that we've gotten so far.
Let's all remember the fact that when Fuka and Nagi tried to pilot Shurikenjin by themselves, they had a pretty fucking tough time with it. And Kasumi gets in there by herself and beats all three of the giant... What?
Like 4 or 5, honestly.
There was 4.
Was there 4?
There was 4.
Yeah,
I thought there was 3. Maybe there was 4. What the fuck?
Yeah.
She just goes
her by herself!
It was terrible.
With all of the Otomanin.
And the other was just in the background in Gekiatsu Dio. Like, this is terrifying. I officially fear her.
I'm counting it. Every single Ninninger has used Chosetsu in some way, shape, or form. Yeah. Every single one. I'm counting it.
Yeah.
It's not...
No, I don't blame you.
She didn't transform, but she used him.
She didn't transform, but she did use him in the Geki thing that Kinji has.
And I'm counting it. They've all used it. They all have used it in some way, shape, or form. We're good.
I do love her excuse for not using him as transform. She was like,
I don't really
aesthetic. It was like aesthetic. Like, you don't go with that fashion sense, so it's aesthetic.
Well, it's normally a choice between power or fashion. But Kasumi is already powerful enough, and she's pretty fucking fashionable. So obviously she doesn't need him.
True.
But she was like, I will put you into the super sword and just what?
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna use you,
but I'm not gonna transform because aesthetic.
Yeah. Mangetsu made himself big on his own.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
No shuriken, no hammer, nothing. He just said some words and then he was big.
Like sup, bitches.
So.
But before that, the finishing combo was pretty awesome.
Yes, the finishers that they did on him. They had to use 2 finishers.
Yeah.
Which is a lot.
Yeah.
A lot.
Yeah. The first one was just Kasumi, and then the second one was all 6 of them at once.
Yeah. But they also used the previous finisher as well, with the shot.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The one from the
Karakuri Hengen.
Yeah.
So that's 3 finishers.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
And it still didn't take down Mungetsu.
Yeah, he was still just like, fuck this, I'm going Big Mom before I die.
This was a fun episode. I liked this episode.
Yeah, it was a very
I like
it was
this.
a fun episode.
It makes up for last week
Oh god, yeah.
so
I
much.
don't even want to talk about last week.
Because we should have had Magic Yellow fighting a little bit.
Yes.
So that's what we deserve.
No,
We should have gotten Maji Garuda. What did we get? Fucking nothing.
I mean, we could have gotten a lot more last. I don't even want to talk about it. It was so bad, so bad.
Did you
I know.
upload Magic to the server?
Say again?
Did you upload Magic to the server again?
Not yet. I'll get to it.
You've been saying that for 2 weeks.
I know. You know I'm gonna get to it tonight. I'm gonna go do things.
Okay,
It'll
okay.
be
Just know, I don't work tomorrow. I don't mind coming out here and making you do it.
I know.
But while we're still, talking Sentai, let's talk about the scans we saw.
No. That'll be later. Later.
Okay.
This is our dedicated time to talk about the episodes.
Okay.
Then we get
fine.
to Nick's stuff, and then we talk about all that. Trust me, I want to get to it too. But we will get to it.
I'm gonna cry.
Okay,
I'm
so
gonna cry.
let's do Kamen Rider first.
Okay,
Okay.
Ghost 8.
Also a good episode.
Yeah.
Takaru finally figures out who Spectre is.
Yeah.
And Spectre's like,
figures out who he is
Spectre's like, you forgot about me.
for 10 years.
And Takaru's like,
No,
but I missed
we
you. And he's like, you forgot who I was. You forgot my face.
For 10 years. The
It's
guy
been 10
aged.
years.
I'm sorry. The guy aged 10 years in literal hell.
Yeah.
No offense, but it's like if
People look similar. People look similar when they age.
Yeah.
Look, listen. He should have known.
Okay,
It was-
fine.
And
But at the beginning,
puberty's
he
a
didn't
hell of
know.
a drug.
But then again, at the
Puberty
beginning,
is a hell of a
Spectre didn't
drug.
know either.
Yeah, he did.
No, I did.
He totally fucking did.
Not at first.
100% he did.
Not until the old dude told him.
Nuh-uh.
Shut
It
up.
wasn't until the old guy when then he was like, oh wait, he was Ghost. Takaru was Ghost. Like what?
Shut up.
Like yeah.
No new icons this week.
Well, not we actually know. Someone was just recalled new.
Yeah, we did have him holding the 4 that he had in his possession, which was supposed to be Houdini, but it was just
Yeah.
a recolored Newton.
Quote unquote Houdini, but it was totally Gash upon Newton.
Recolored. I saw that actually on Tumblr. Someone was like, he's supposed to be holding Houdini, but it's just recolored Newton. I'm just like, that's.
It doesn't even look recolored. Like I saw that.
It's
and all
the
I thought-
Gashapon version though, which is super funny, is they use the toy.
Oh,
He's
I mean-
the Gashapon, yeah.
it just looked like Newton. I was like, what? Why does he have Newton? I'm confused.
And if you look at the pin arrangement on the bottom, it's totally 100% Newton.
Yeah, because we had time to see that from far away, and for like 2 seconds.
It was on the screen for a good 10 seconds, and if you pause it, it's you got it in HD. It's good enough that you can
sorry,
see.
no offense, but the only person here who probably bothered to remember the pin arrangements is you, sweetie.
I don't have any of the icons, so I wouldn't know. But someone did. Someone looked it up.
Okay, thank you. That's someone.
Ghost defeats the Ganma
bee.
again
Yeah.
because we needed that.
Mm.
Also, that giant fucking bee that
Yeah.
It was
lifted
nice.
off of the bulldozer.
It was nice
Holy
though
shit.
that think about it. Like every other series before, it's had the episodes are 2-parters.
Yeah.
Like for the whole story arc to complete, this was one of those. So it's
Yeah.
kind of going back to that. They couldn't do that before because of like you've only got 90 days till you die forever.
Yeah.
So they kind of had to shorten it for that reason. But it was nice that they kind of went back to their metaphoric roots.
So
In that sense.
with Benkei next week, we have 5 for Takaru.
Mhm.
We have 5 for Spectre. And
4.
we have 5. Houdini, Tutankhamun, Nobunaga, Edison.
Does Spectre and Ghost count?
No,
we're
Okay.
counting luminary.
they're not
icons.
luminaries.
We're
Okay.
counting luminary icons. So yeah, right now Takaru has
Okay,
5.
so it's going to be Takaru has 6
yes.
next week. Takaru's going to have 6 with Benkei. Spectre will have 4. And then Saionji will have 5, and that'll be all 15.
Yep.
And then we get into the real shenanigans.
And then all we need is for Spectre to return the one he stole because he doesn't deserve it.
Shenanigans!
I'm still waiting on, my writer, who I want.
Necrom.
Necron. I'm not.
I want Necron.
Grimm and Sanzo are 2 of the ones that I don't know why I said Grimm. Like Kamen Rider Grimm. No, it's Sanzo. Oh my god, I can't. I'm turning it to you. Great. I can't think. Kamen Rider Necrom who I think is the one that has Sanzo and Grim as his as two of his icons.
Yeah, I think so.
Excitement.
Yeah. It was the same. It was the same bad guy, but
Same B lady.
yeah, there was not quite as much plot development this
I think because
episode.
it was more just finishing up what was
Yeah.
left over from last week.
Yeah.
But
It was there was a whole bunch of shit that happened last week, and they couldn't quite get it all, so they just pushed it on to the next one.
Basically.
There's something going on with this monolith too. It's that monolith that is in their basement means something.
It's a portal to hell. That's what it is.
Yeah,
It's literally a portal to hell.
The Ganmo world.
Hell.
Hell.
I'm sorry, but it's described as hell.
Yeah.
So we're gonna call it the portal to hell.
Now,
Well, then where's all the other like dead Kamen Rider enemies?
super hell.
Super hell.
I'm okay with that. That's a perfect descriptor, actually.
Fine. The Gamma world is hell, and everyone else is in super hell. Does that mean that the devil is in hell, and then the super devil
is
No,
in
it's Mega Satan.
Mega Satan? Oh my god.
Oh my god.
So, anyways, this one, I feel like this week leveled off because like Ninninger got brought up, but then Ghost kind of got brought down a little bit from last week, so it leveled off a little bit more.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, good week all around.
Yeah, definitely good week.
Yeah, better than some previous weeks that we've had. We only have like 10 more episodes, maybe, of Ninninger.
And
So,
then
like,
we get Juoger and their...
we're
and
getting
there.
there. Listen, I know. I want to talk about it too, but Alex, we'll get there.
Okay, just let me be the one to scream it, because I want to scream it.
Let's
okay?
go to Nick real quick for Nick's newbie corner. Nick, let's talk about this week.
Yeah.
Let's talk about some things.
This week was great. I mean, we saw some shit. Some shit happened. Super mega hell.
Yeah.
That's the third level.
cigarettes!
That cat. We're gonna talk about
That
the
cat wants to
That
eat
cat.
cigarettes. I don't know why my cat loves cigarettes, but he does.
I think he doesn't love cigarettes. I think he loves to eat cigarettes and make you feel sad because you smoke.
Can't smoke them?
I don't smoke.
I
These
do,
bitches smoke.
I smoke.
I don't smoke. I can't.
Anyways, Nick.
Yay.
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 Yeah.
I'm Nick's newbie corner right now is now transitioning to what the hell, because I wasn't here for the last couple of hours and they've been talking about the next Sentai, so let's just move on to that.
Okay, so
Wait, weren't you watching Drive and Go Kaiser?
yes, you're supposed to be watching Drive and Go Kaiser.
I'm sorry.
You moved, so I'm not gonna hold you to that.
Yeah.
And
For too long.
Blitz is on our TV.
Yeah, so I will watch some of that tonight if that's okay.
Yes.
I don't care. Stop
Word.
playing so much damn Smite.
That's another thing. If anyone wants to play Smite with me, you should comment on the episode wherever you find it.
And we'll get back to you on that.
I will play some Smite with you.
If any of you hate yourselves and play League of Legends, tell me, because I do too.
So
Faggot.
we're in December, which, as we all know, means that early December is our time for Toei to have their press conference about the newest Sentai, and that newest Sentai is officially Dobutsu Sentai Juoger, and we've gotten leaks, we've gotten toy scans of catalogs. Alex, go ahead and yell.
It's a fucking Mega Block toy!
It's a fucking Mega Block toy.
It literally looks like it's a bunch of Mega Blocks stacked together. It looks
So,
like a 5-year-old made
Just
this.
so that Nick is caught up with us, because Nick doesn't quite keep up the same way that we do.
No.
Because he has a life, apparently.
I
because-
watch the episodes. I have fun. That's about it.
So we've gotten a lot of good spoilery things,
Just
but we
please
are going
scream
over
with
to
me.
Animal Sentai.
Oh, hey! I
We're go-
followed that
hey,
blog.
We're going over to animalsentai.tumblr.com. Let's see. So the theme is cubes, animals and cubes,
What's
and all of their mecha are cubes. So we're getting back into Shinkenger territory with the
I
origamis.
like the origami.
Can we start off with their suit design first and then go down?
Sure.
Okay.
So I like their helmets.
Yeah.
Their helmets are pretty good.
I like the white helmet.
I don't like the weird
Like
sort of.
Animal
the black
helmet.
relief of the...
Yeah.
Like a t-shirt almost of the animal.
It's not good.
You don't like it?
No.
I like the white one and the blue one, and that's about it. The yellow
The
one.
2 girls.
The 2 girls. You like the girls.
Apparently.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
This is
I mean,
so.
Snip Lion looks
Let's
cool.
go with some firsts. This is the first female shark that we've ever had.
Oh.
There's also the
second time that they didn't use a lighter blue for a female blue
the
ranger.
second time. Second only to Live Man.
Live man, where she was a dolphin.
And the first ever elephant ranger.
True.
First of all, official elephant ranger, excepting of course the spirit elephant ranger from Power Rangers Jungle Fury.
Yeah.
But we don't talk about Jungle Fury, so
Just
disregard everything I just said in the past 30 seconds. I like the suits. Besides the weird
Relief.
yeah,
I mean,
it's just not. It's not. I'm not feeling it.
I think it's one of those things that I think once we see it in the show, it'll look better. But
No.
honestly, oh, come on, don't be so salty.
Don't be a salty bitch.
I'm the one who has to be salty about the weird Mega Block looking mech. Okay.
I don't
I mean,
So
I like seriously the fact that they, they're kind of like the origami. They're simple little cubes. They unfold into the animals and then they combine into the mech. I like that. I honestly hope it doesn't look like that in its full scaled mech form
Yeah.
So
because I'm gonna scream.
yeah, we do have. We do know our first 7 cube animals. We've got eagle, which is red. We do have shark, blue. Lion, yellow. Green elephant, white tiger. And then we do have the gorilla. I don't know what color that one is. It looks kind of red, blackish. And we also have cube giraffe. And apparently, so what's going to happen is they're going to release Ju-O King is the first mecha. It's going to be 1, 2, 3. So red, blue, and yellow. Kind of a throwback to both Live Man and Sun Vulcan in different ways.
I mean, Sun Vulcan was literally that. Those 3 animals at the center.
Well, besides the shark being a dolphin in Live Man.
I said Sun Vulcan.
You did say Sun Vulcan.
Yeah.
No, because then lion would be a panther.
Panther, true.
Yeah. So
Well, I
it's
mean,
similar
lion,
to both.
yeah, so. I just want to know that because like we're looking at this thing, they're the 3 stacked together, and then there's like a little. It looks like a DS stylus, and
Yeah.
apparently you stab it through the whole thing. I'm like, what's going on with that?
Yeah.
Maybe it opens the doors. And it's...
I don't think it does any opening gimmicks. I
Actually,
think
look,
it just,
yeah, it does. Look at right there.
yeah, but I think that's just you have to
Oh.
move it open.
Maybe.
Okay.
We'll find out.
We'll find
Oh no,
out.
that's the things coming back. That's the arms coming open from the backside. So I think
Okay.
you're just opening that up.
I seriously hope that when we see the mech in the show, it doesn't look like it was.
Oh, it
made
never
by a
does. It
5-year-old,
never does look like that.
with Mega Blocks, because
Yeah.
that's.
I could make that in Minecraft.
Yeah.
I think that's the point, honestly.
Yeah, I think they're going for the Minecraft sort of thing. But so
It's
the
still-
first thing we're getting is Ju-O King, which is eagle, shark, and lion.
Uh-huh.
The second we're getting after that they're releasing singularly. They're releasing elephant by itself, tiger by itself, gorilla by itself, and once they release gorilla by itself, they will collectively release gorilla, elephant, and tiger together as Ju-O Wild. So that'll be our 2 mecha.
I do want to know when we get Gorilla, because as we said this when we were at Chick-fil-A, it's going to be the second time we've had a Gorilla-themed member in any Sentai,
Mm-hmm.
because we had Blue Buster,
Yes.
and I want to know if they're going to, what color they're going to be, because we're looking it up there, it looks kind of like a darker red.
Red, black, and then it wouldn't be the first time that they've done a secondary
Oh, like
Red
Time
Ranger,
Fire,
Time Fire,
being just like a
Woolzord
slightly-
Fire
Oh yeah, true.
had red.
Question: why is the mech 3 stack, but we have
5 of them.
Yeah.
Goldinger also did the same thing. They had a 3 stack
And then the other
of
two
red,
added
blue, yellow.
on just
Well,
like arms.
red, yellow, blue, and then the other 2. Yeah.
Added on later when they came in.
Okay, so it might
Um,
just start off with 3 in the beginning.
Yeah, and then probably maybe the other 3 will be the secondary mech, like
Right.
that's their individual for the second group or whatever. What the? Actually, talking gorilla, disgusting.
Disgusting.
Uh,
So yeah, there's rumors, grain of salt rumors
Salty rumors.
salty rumor.
that this will actually be a core 6-person team. So it won't be a core 5 and an extra comes in. It'll be a core 6,
That's
which will be a first for Sentai. to have that many starting off.
But how come in the promotional picture we only see the first 5?
I don't know.
Secrets.
I'm not gonna
Secret
lie.
secrets?
Like if they had done the, because it looks like a T-shirt honestly for the suits. It looks like
Yeah.
a T-shirt with a print on it. If they had done it,
It's just a weird
kind-
like silhouette.
kind of like the way the Ghost Sagers have, like it looks like they're just a white suit with a weird little jacket over it. If they had done it like that, it might look a little better.
Yeah.
But I think it's one of those things that hopefully will grow on me.
Or
There's just nothing to it. It just looks like it's this printed thing, but it doesn't. It's super detailed, so it doesn't look
It's
quite
nice.
right. It's too
Do you
detailed.
think it would have been better if it were just a simplified version of the animals or what?
Yes.
probably.
I love the helmets. Take off the
suits?
suits, and I love the helmets.
They
They're
are. The
fantastic.
contours on them are amazing. They are really nice helmets.
They did a really great job on the elephant for a first time around elephant.
Yeah.
And adding the extra gold mouthpiece on top
Actually-
of the red suit.
For the beak, yeah, that was nice.
Is-
Do me a
is a
favor,
really
actually.
nice.
Can you zoom in on green real quick?
Not by much.
You can hit Control Plus.
I can't hit Control Plus.
I want to see something.
Control Plus.
That's not how you spell jungle.
Jungle Fury.
Yeah, I want to see.
Didn't look quite like that.
I want to see what it looks like though, comparison wise. Like,
Jungle of Fury.
yeah, look at it. I got it right here.
Maybe I want to see.
The visor was really really small by comparison, and it
Yeah.
wasn't split up the way his is.
Yeah, I like that.
But-
it looks like a trunk almost.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Like coming off his.
but it still looks nice. I mean, all right. I know people don't like the Elephant Spirit Ranger they did for that, but I think the designs for the suits are at least nice
They did a pretty decent job.
with
So
the
who's
suits.
shark
fair.
in this one? Because I like that.
These
one, too.
3 were
Yeah.
Spirit Rangers.
I mean,
Were they the masters?
Meaning that they weren't like real rangers. They were like the animal spirits. Fully like real. It was
'Cause,
weird. It was super
in-
weird. They
in
weren't
that-
in Geki Ranger.
In that series, they each had their main one, and then they each got one of those 3 as a secondary. Blue had the bat, yellow had the elephant, and what's his face? Red had the shark. And so I'm guessing it's the spirits going haywire. Like, we don't like you.
Wolf.
Wolf was
Fang
the
fist.
first Violet we ever had, which is cool.
Kick him out, kick him out, kick him out.
So yeah, Juosier. We got a lot of spoilery stuff, and it looks pretty
Exciting.
cool. They're gonna have cell phone henshin devices.
Oh,
So
really?
it's gonna be another phone changer.
Is it going to be an insert into it like the Goingers had with their chain
I
souls? or
don't
just the
know.
normal?
Don't know yet. That has yet to be seen.
I mean, didn't you see that? Oh my god, what is that?
These are exactly what you think they are.
They're
wow.
in the suit. Oh no, they're going to look like that in the suit form. No.
This is so we've got some pictures actually of the
The
parts
suit props.
of the suits for the mecha in cages. Right here we see the tiger bits on top of the elephant bits,
So the
which means
elephant's the feet.
it's going to be elephant, tiger, gorilla.
The girl's probably going to be the arms and the
Yeah.
torso.
And then we've got some of them in the cube forms here. So it looks like they'll actually use the cube forms, but like big ones for something.
Probably
I
for like a
guess.
display thing, like stacking them up.
Yeah. So yeah, and apparently this is supposed to be like the general feel of it of the show is sort of an 80s style.
So kind of like Ninjas was kind of 70s in like funk.
Yeah.
Kind of, yeah. It looks like Gorilla's going to be black.
Yes. I did know that actually. That was my bad.
Oh, will not be light blue like past female Blue Rangers.
And they've got the Juo changer is a phone changer. Their sort of standard firearm between all of them is the Juo blaster, titled the Animal Bayonet.
That's
Prob-
that's
Some kind of sword gun, probably.
Probably a sword gun, and then Red has his own. And I'm sure that since Red has his own, that all of them will have their own
Significant weapon.
signature.
Weapon. I don't
Weapon.
Know if it's significant. I can't think right now.
But his is the Eag Riser. Woo.
Eagle Rise or something. What's it? Weird.
Yeah. So Zyuohger already is shaping up to be super weird.
I was gonna say interesting, but yeah, that's what I really meant.
Yeah, we do get a.
What the?
Oh yeah, I can read that. We're already starting to see some cool stuff. We won't get anything official until later this month or early next month, and then it premieres in February.
Cool. So we'll get it by 2 months later. Not really.
No, that'll be regular episodes.
Oh, God.
As soon as the Ninja's done, we
Yeah.
start Zyuohger.
No, I mean like we will, like as in translated.
Oh,
It'll probably
yeah.
take a day or two.
Yeah, they take about.
They're pretty quick, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, with the first episode though.
The first episode we'll get
Yeah.
like as on a normal schedule. Yeah.
Really?
Yes.
I mean, didn't Ghost take just a little bit longer?
No.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah.
Because starting a new series takes some extra time because they got to figure out
Right. How they
each of the different translators have to figure out how they want to translate things. So
True.
and they got to make up the titles and everything. So
one thing I forgot when we were doing Ghost is that because this reminded me of it, the guy who was Geki Chopper in Geki Rangers is going to be making an appearance next week in the Benkei episode.
yes, and also in Ninninger, in one of the next few, I can't remember if it was 42 or 43. We are going to get. Let me see. I can't remember which episode it was. In one of the newer episodes, not newer, one of the later episodes, we're gonna Jiraiya, Hurricane Red, and Ninja Red are all coming back
Nice.
to help fight, along with Shurikenger,
Oh.
What?
Green from Hurricanenger.
Oh, okay.
So Shurikenger is also going to be, and it's going to be,
Nice.
it's going to be the original Shurikenger and not the Shurikenger from Hurricanenger 10 years after.
Did you want for some reason?
Yeah, it was part of the story. It was a whole thing. We'll
Okay,
get to that later, but
The next episode with the Santa Claus thing looks like it's going to be hilarious,
Yeah.
and I want to see that.
I mean, that's my face.
Jody won't be here because she has an irrational fear of Santa Claus,
I don't want
but
to talk about it.
we're not going to talk about it. I was just going to say that and be done with it.
Thank you.
Wow.
I still want to know why you fear Santa.
We'll talk about it later.
Yeah, that's not something for this.
Yes.
Okay.
Has it really only been 28 minutes?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we've only been
Wow.
talking for about half an hour.
Okay.
Yeah, I know.
Oh.
We've been going a little bit short.
Lately, yeah.
Do I have any other notes?
What else is there to talk
I
about?
mean, the only notes I took were the ones during the Ninja. We covered that all already.
Yeah.
Um,
We talked about Zyuohger. Zyuohger being Beast King. Jer.
Jerk.
Beast King
Nin-
Rangers.
Their cubes, their suits, their spoilers. That's
Woman,
all I got.
what is my super
Let's.
I love that movie.
You know what? Let's talk for a second about.
ice cream?
So Nick keeps bringing this up
I would love ice cream.
occasionally. Ice cream is delicious,
Yes.
and we should totally talk about that.
We'll do that.
Nick keeps bringing this up occasionally, and so the amount of death in these shows, there's a huge disparity between the two shows of how many people die in Sentai versus Rider.
No, that's funny because when you watch the first episode of Drive, the first thing that happens is that there's just a giant bowling pin from like a display or something falling, and a road just smacks into a group of people, and you're like, they're all dead. They all got crushed.
Yeah.
And he's like, what the fuck just happened? I was like, yeah, that happens. People get offed pretty damn easily in Kamen Rider. It happens. It's a thing.
Now, Sentai used to do the same thing. People used to die in Sentai, but the past, 15 years, no deaths.
I mean, no.
Excessive deaths.
I mean,
No death at all. Well, no.
because
like,
the episode
There
today.
have been some characters that have died, but you're right. There have not been any excessive deaths. There have not been any just groups of people just dying because a monster comes out.
I mean, today's episode, the
what was it? Mangetsu
Mhm.
literally exploded a building. So you're gonna tell me he emptied everyone out of that building before going, all right, I'm gonna go bang.
These people should know. They should be aware that there are demons about.
I mean, I made this joke before. People in Japan probably have some good ass insurance because everything's getting blown up every 2 damn days. You know.
But Kamen Rider, people die literally all the fucking. That's the whole premise of this season of Kamen Rider.
Death, like the
It's
first,
death. The main character
got
died.
killed in the first 10 minutes.
Everyone dies. You get a death, and you get a death, and you get a death. Everyone gets a
Look
death.
under your chairs, your death certificates.
Oh look, you're writing a pirate theme. I'm just gonna kick it.
Ice cream.
Really? Death makes you think about ice cream?
That's a weird correlation.
Everything makes me think about ice
So,
cream.
I mean,
It's a little weird.
it makes it feel like Sentai is aimed at a younger audience
Honestly.
specifically, and Rider is
Just a
more
little bit older.
aimed at a little bit older audience.
Yeah. Look at all this death.
Maybe like 7.
I watched some Yarrow episodes on the internet actually.
Oh, that is very adult.
Are you kidding me?
That is very
They
adult.
killed like 8 people in less than 5 minutes. I was like, what the fuck, man? Like half dozen people were off in less than 10 minutes. Before the first commercial, they offed close to a dozen people. I'm just like, the fuck is this? The fuck is this? Like, I'm okay with, Ryder, people die every now and then. That happens, I get that.
Goro
But this was
people
just
straight up just
Murdered.
murdered.
A guy got his arm cut off and put a hook on it.
Wow.
Like his hand just got, and he just puts a hook on it like a pirate, and just like, what the fuck is this? What the fuck is this?
What is this?
Yarrow.
Is Garo on the server?
Golden
No,
Knight
not yet.
Yarrow.
I'll figure it out later.
There's like 5 different seasons. They're all grouped together for some reason. I want to start with the very, 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 very first season because it's really, really good. Apparently, I am really happy though because the guy who plays Decade in Kamen Rider Decade is in the current season of Garo, which is cool. And I found out apparently for the Super Danganronpa live show, he does the character Gundam Tanaka.
Son of a bitch.
What? Yeah, he's the stage actor for Gundam Tanaka in the Super Danganronpa 2 live action stage show.
My God.
It's beautiful. I truly love it.
Why?
Let's see.
Decade!
Because I've been following him on Twitter, and you'll see him in like the full makeup and suit, and I'm just like, oh my god, like it wasn't hot. Like it wasn't hot enough before. You had to do this to me. Thanks.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Well, okay. So I got some toys.
Oh.
I got some toys, guys. Woohoo! I did, in fact, get both the. I can't remember if I mentioned this last week. The Legacy Power Morpher.
Yes, you got
Did I?
Yes.
Okay. Legacy Power Morpher, and it's great.
Thank you.
But this week, I got, because I work at Barnes & Noble, and right now is Employee Appreciation, I did get the Dino Charge Megazord for $25.
Yeah.
And it's super underwhelming.
It's because you have Kyoryugen up there.
I do have
see him.
Kyoryugen.
He is beautiful.
He's broken, but he's beautiful still,
Our
regardless.
friends are idiots. You should sue them and make them buy you a new Gabutira.
Nah, that's fine.
Sue them.
I got wrapping paper, by the way, so I'll get that all
Thank
figured
you.
out. It's
Do
Star
not-
Wars wrapping
Do
paper.
not, I'm okay with that.
I
Just
know.
do not damage the box because we will
Yeah.
fight.
So the differences between the Japanese and American versions of these toys
Are massive.
are massive and astounding and just glaringly obvious
I mean, the
once you
biggest one
get
right
them
now.
in hand.
The biggest one right now is size. Like
Size, obviously.
Kyoryugen up there.
Paint, a
Definitely.
little less obvious. The Dino Charge Megazord actually painted fairly well. But it's just... Okay, one of the biggest problems that I have with it is the helmet for the Megazord mode. When you switch them back to Dinosaur mode, there's no
Nowhere to
storage
put-
for
yeah.
that. It just goes off to the side, and even in the instructions, it pops off and then it disappears.
Because you lost it.
It lives Nowhere.
Hammer space?
No, because like,
Hammer
because
space.
like, dude, in the Kyoryugen, in the tail, there's a little pocket for you to put the
Right.
helmet in.
The Kyoryugen, Gabutira's tail is big enough that once you open it, there's enough space. It's hollow. You can store the head in there. The Dino Charge Megazord, the tail's a little teeny tiny piece that still folds up, but it's solid on the inside. There's no space for that. So there's no storage.
Whatsoever.
Yeah, it's pretty disappointing. The whole toy is just underwhelming overall. No lights and sounds, obviously. Well, the original one didn't have lights, but there's no sounds.
That's boring.
Yeah. It only comes with one Dino Charger when Kyoryugen came with 3 Zudenchi.
For who?
One for each one of them. One for
It came with
Gabutira,
all three
one for...
together? I thought this came with Gabutira separate. Sorry.
Nope, it came with all 3 of them.
Nice.
Yeah.
Aha, I see.
Although you can take the charges if you find the charges for them or any chargers, you can put them in there and put them on his arms, and that still works. You can still do that playability, but it doesn't come with that. How hard would it have been to put that in and like charge an extra $5?
Apparently very hard.
Apparently very, very hard. Anyways, so I got that, so that's fun.
Well, air quotes.
Air quotes.
That's a thing.
Quote unquote fun. So that is my first foray into buying the American version of a toy that I already have the Japanese version of. And if they ever do Tokyuger,
They're not
you better bet I will be buying the
gonna.
Train
Megazord.
Squadron Megazord. Train Force. Whatever the fuck they call it, they're not gonna do. They're not gonna do
They're gonna,
Tokyuger.
they're gonna skip
The
straight.
Choo Choo Megazord.
I hate you so much.
I mean, that's essentially what Cho Cho Tokyudaio was.
Yeah.
Cho Cho. Choo Choo Megazord.
Go Power Rangers.
I still love the fact that, like, the ring from Legacy Morpher, which is supposed to be the one from their communicators, is also almost exactly the same as the one for the communicator from Kim Possible. Just listen to it. Just shut up.
I think
Yeah.
we did that last week, but
We
okay.
did. But we're going to do it again because it's still confusing.
Yeah, like, seriously, I can, like, the tones, like, the notes for the tones are a bit off, but beat-wise, it's the same thing almost.
Yeah.
Nick is being cuddly. Stop him.
Nick is being cuddly.
Oh,
Is
hello,
my
everyone.
dick in a box?
Dick in a box, baby.
We're getting way off track. I think we might be done for this week. One more thing. The Dino Charge Megazord, while it's not up to snuff with Kyoryugen, what is nice about it is that it's Zord Builder compatible.
We stuck the arms off of the Legacy Megazord onto it, so it had the blue.
Not the Legacy Megazord, the Legendary
Legendary,
Megazord
sorry.
from Super Mega Force.
So it had the green race car
Yeah,
and the
so
blue jet on its arms.
There's some extra playability that you don't quite get with the Japanese toy, which I like. I do. It's a nice, I can take my Japanese ones and they look all nice and pretty and they sit on the shelf and they're great. And then I can take the American ones and just do some crazy shit to it because I paid way less for it and I don't care as much about it.
Sure.
Yay.
And I'll just do crazy shit and rip arms. Okay, so there's one connector peg on the left shoulder of the Dino Charge Megazord, and you can pull both of the arms off the Gabutira head and the Gabutira butt.
The butt.
And the Gabutira head has a hole for that peg, so I just took the peg and put it in the hole, and it's literally just Gabutira's head on top of his butt. And you can do that. That's some crazy stuff that you can do with Zord Builder, and that's great with Zord Builder, but, it's just not,
And we might just take pictures of this because it'll be entertaining.
yeah. I need to find that camera. I do have a camera. I'm working on finding it. My living situation's a little hectic, strange. really
Unique.
awful at the moment, and there a lot of things are in a lot of places. So I'm trying to find my camera that I had forever ago, so we can start doing reviews. And if people like them, then we'll do them. Kivala, all of my Megazords and everything. We'll get to all that.
I
if
you still
if
need
we
to
want
introduce me to what's his face, so I can seduce him and steal back Plezuo and Terrabordon.
Fine.
And if I can't seduce him, I'll just beat him up and take him that way.
All right, that works. So, anyways, I think we're gonna cut it off here, guys.
Love you.
We've had a good long run. Here we go. We're coming up on what we normally do.
Yeah.
So, as usual, guys, go ahead and hit us up on wherever you find us on our website, tokunewsnetwork.libsyn.com, at tokunewsnetwork.tumblr.com, and with the new messaging feature of Tumblr, you can just message us directly.
Actually, they can't
Why can't they?
because it's a multi mod blog. I've tried to. We can't get messages on that one.
Never
We can
mind.
get them on blogs that only have one mod, like for example our personal blogs.
Oh.
But because that one has multiple people running it, i.e. the three of us, we can't do messages.
Never mind.
Well,
Go ahead and message us the old way.
Send us asks and fan mail.
Yeah. Comment on the YouTube if you're watching that way, or just if you want to, just go to our YouTube page and find our videos and comment there. Rate us on iTunes or whatever app you happen to use for listening to podcasts. We would love to get your ratings. Give us 5 stars because we're great. Tokyo News Network at gmail.com. Hit us up and send us something.
Ice
We
cream.
love to hear from people. Send Jody ice cream because she really, really wants it.
The
She
Toll
really,
House
really does.
cookie ice cream sandwiches.
She really, really likes ice cream.
Super
Same question from last week, guys. If you had to create a Sentai, what would they be of? What would be their primary sort of motif, secondary motif? Like I had last week with planes. I would like to see a plane Sentai. A Sentai of planes.
I was like, you want to see a very boring Sentai?
You mean Juoger? Oh!
It's not even out yet. We're already roasting it. Beautiful.
Yep.
Salty. Super salty.
They look like they're made from Mega Blocks.
They're made of Mega Blocks.
They
Again,
look like my 5-year-old nephew made them.
mine would be the BMX theme, kind of like a skateboarder
I like
and
that.
a biker
Yeah.
and a skier.
We did have a skateboarding one
Yellow Live Man did skateboard.
live yellow. What was it? Yellow Lion.
Yeah.
Yellow Lion from Live Man.
He was a skateboarder.
He was a
He would
skateboarder.
fight on his skateboard. Is
Yeah.
the best part.
He did that. That was real. That was a real thing that happened. There's footage of it.
I want to see what the weapons for them are, because I know that Black Bison had like a staff,
Hmm.
and then Dolphin had a bow, but I wonder what the others had.
I don't remember.
I want to Google that shit, look up their arsenal.
We'll look it up. Anyways, guys, thanks for listening, and we'll see you next week.
See you. Bye.